backpack. Ooh, I'm cutting. Woo! Hello? Hello? Hello?
Go.
Yeah, okay. This is weird! Like, hello everyone, my name is Brian. I go by he, him, his pronouns, and I work at the Asian Pacific Culture Center. We are here at the Human Service Resource Center at the Champanifu Lodge on campus. It's a great place, you should come by. This is the community kitchen. And today I'll be making you a traditional dish, a Vietnamese traditional dish called bò lục lak, or Vietnamese shaking beef. Yeah, it's a very traditional dish. Historically, it's known as an appetizer you would eat before the main meal. You would just have a couple pieces of like these beef cubes. But recently, in past years, people are like, hey, this is pretty good. Let's have more of this and let's include rice in this dish. So over years, it just became a main dish. So that's what I'll be preparing for you today. It's a pretty simple dish overall. Like, it's just your vegetables and some sauces onto the beef. So let's get started. So I guess first things first, we'll just cut up our vegetables. We'll start with our cucumber. So this dish, to me, is very reminiscent of home. Home being where my parents live, because growing up they would always make this dish a lot, and I remember fondly just eating the beef and none of the vegetables. But today that changes, and let's find out. Oh, that's a really sharp knife. Oh!
It's okay, we're still on the cutting board.
That's a bad one. Let's put it over there. So, just cut your cucumbers into however big slices you want, or if you want to cut it on the bias, which means diagonal, and make it look pretty. Next up, I'm gonna cut some onions. Again, you can cut these in however way you want. Doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter how you cut them, because at the end of the day, it is you who is the chef. You are the chef, and you get to decide how you want this dish to look. And why can I feel this?
You're doing great, Brian.
Oh, thank you. So again,
Who do you remember making this dish for you when you were younger?
so growing up, this dish, the main cook of the house was my mom. Not obviously, she was the main cook. She would make me all these meals, and I would just sit there and wait for the meals to be made. So I grew up with a mom who loved cooking, and she was the cook of the house. So that means every day she always had a different Vietnamese dish on the table, and this was one of the more nostalgic ones for me, because I don't eat this dish much anymore because it's beef, and I'm trying to eat less beef. But this dish is just, every time I eat it, when I was testing this and I took the bite, like when I was eating, it just felt very familiar. It felt very familiar. Like, I don't know, do you know that feeling where it's like,
Yeah.
you just eat something, you just know it by the taste itself. Oh yeah.
There you go.
There you go. Wow, that's actually, wait, these are actually really good slices. I'm actually really happy. Okay, maybe not that one. Wow, they have some really cool plates.
Yeah.
Wait, let's do
they're
some
good.
cool plating. Put all my vegetables, my prep ingredients on here, also known as mise en place.
Ooh.
I think that means everything on the table.
In French?
Yeah, don't quote me on that. I know it's
Okay.
French though, but don't quote me on that.
Here's the trash plate.
Alright. Don't let anyone see the trash plate. I don't want people to know that I'm wasting food.
It's not waste. It's just the ends.
Yeah. It's like the not pretty bits.
The butt of the
Yeah.
vegetable.
Enough.
Rip the butts of the vegetables. Rest in peace.
Alright. We're back. Got garlic, one of my favorite ingredients. Garlic smells amazing, tastes amazing, goes well with any dish you're cooking.
So are these ingredients traditional ingredients that you use in Vietnamese dishes?
I'd say like one of the things that kind of like separates Vietnamese dishes from other Southeast Asian cultures is I'd say like the marinades and sauces. So like later I'll like marinate beef, but you know, we have fish sauce, which is very home to like Vietnam and like Thai cooking as well. But yeah, okay, so I got here one, three, oh, 1, 2, 3, 1, we got a lot of garlic. Got a lot of garlic. Yes, it's a lot of garlic. You should put it all in because garlic tastes amazing. And this is also in the marinade too. So like, doesn't matter, like if you like a lot of garlic, then put a lot of garlic. Or and also will be cooked up and fried garlic is pretty nice. So what you do with garlic is you can peel each one of these individually, or you can just take your knife and just like give it like a gentle whack, and then it just opens it up. And since we're mincing it, it doesn't have to look pretty. So just take your garlic and do a little therapy. Maybe more therapy. There we go. Yeah. And plus when you crush garlic, it kind of like garlic has like, I'm not sure what it's called, I think it's like myosin or something. Where like when you crush it, it releases some of its chemicals and it's like the good stuff for your body. Garlic's good for you. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. But yeah, so I guess I'll explain a little bit more about why we're doing. Oh, I even forgot to mention what the series was called. Hey y'all, I'm cutting some garlic here, and you're watching APCC Presents Behind the Food. Let's get started. So we're doing this series. It's called Behind the Food because it's kind of like a play on the word behind the scenes, where it's like you see everything that's going on, like in the finished product. And we decided to call it Behind the Food because one, we're showing you how to cook it, and two, food is a big part of at least my culture, at least Vietnamese culture, where it's kind of like your sense of belonging. Whenever I think of my home or like my culture, I think of food. That's the first thing that comes to my mind, food. Most of our dishes is what we call family style dishes, where, and this is definitely one of them, where it's just a big plate of protein or a vegetable of some sort with just steamed rice, and then everyone has these like little bowls, and that's because you're supposed to fill up the little bowls with rice, and then like you would have like 3 different side dishes or meat, protein dishes, vegetables, you name it. And then you just sit, have a bowl of rice, and then you just take from the dish, and then you want to eat, and then you eat. How are we doing?
I think sometimes I'm standing.
What?
I think I might be in the way sometimes.
Oh, it's okay. And we'll grab up all our garlic and just give it a little chop. Use the back of your knife. Use the back of your knife so that way you don't like damage the blade. And you scrape it up. And then just bring this over here. Don't show this.
It's the butts.
Yeah, okay. So then we can go on to cut the last thing, which is protein. You always want to cut protein last or first, depending on who you are. And that will help with staying food safe. So that way you're not cross-contaminated.
Wash it.
And then how you want to cut this is just into cubes. again, this is a piece of sirloin. If you don't want to use sirloin, ribeye also works. Or something like leaner, like filet mignon. But yeah, I like using sirloin. It gives a little bit of fattiness and a little bit of like that ooze flavor. That ooze.
Is beef common in Vietnamese dishes?
I would say,
At least from what you know, growing up Vietnamese.
from what I know, I would say it's not the most. It's not like the most commonly eaten, or maybe it is for like more like wealthy people. But I'd say one of the more, I'd say the one of the most common growing up is yeah, you just gotta put the beef in here. I would say one of the most common growing up is like pork, definitely pork. We have a lot of pork dishes. Like in banh mi, you'll see like grilled pork a lot in a baguette sandwich, or like broken rice, grilled pork as well. So we have here is oyster sauce. It's oyster extract, of like boiled down oyster water and such. It's not seafoody by any means. It's just like kind of like salty and sweet,
It's good.
and it's good stuff. Just gonna eyeball it. I eyeball a lot in cooking because that's how I grew up with my mom. Soy sauce, I use less sodium because it's already salty enough. Couple gloves. I'd say probably like, I don't know, like half a cup. Half a cup to a cup, whatever you fancy. Fish sauce. Now, contrary to oyster sauce, which isn't really seafoody, this is very seafoody, very fishy, and just a little bit will go a long way. Yeah, it's like a teaspoon. Teaspoon. Pepper to taste.
Does it make you sneeze?
Sometimes. And then brown sugar. If you don't have brown sugar, honey also works. White sugar works as well, but brown sugar will give it a little bit of like thickness to it. And so I'd say it'll come out. About, I don't know, 2 teaspoons? 2 teaspoons? If I have to give measurements, 2 teaspoons. And like, I'm like over here like, Mom, I don't know what that is. It needs more. Just enough like, so soy sauce is the main. Soy sauce is kind of like the main thing here. And then kind of adjust as you go. So yeah, I'm just gonna leave it for like, I don't know, 30 minutes. And then, yeah, 30 minutes. I'd say 30 minutes to 2 hours. 30 minutes to 2 hours. Get some vegetable oil, any neutral oil works. Any neutral oil like vegetable, canola, corn. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This part is always a little scary. Alright, but once you get enough beef in, should be fine. Yeah, it's fine now. Yeah, and oh, why not? All of it.
There you go.
Just cook the beef a little, and like flip them a little. Just like a little, a lot. I put a little too much of the marinade in, but you know, it's cooking. It's cooking. Some people are gonna be like, that's not how you do it. And it's fine. Cooking is your own thing. So yeah, It's called shaking. Again, it's called shaking beef because you shake it. You shake the pan. That was a little flame. Shake the pan until like it's cooked to your preferred doneness. And then, just feel the meat until you think it's done. If you don't know how to feel meat, one way to do it is with your hand. So like raw, like rare, medium, well done. And you just feel this like part of your palm. Another way is just you just take out a piece, cut it, and then if you look at it, if it's like the doneness you want, it also works too. Yeah. Cut the heat, and then let's get to my favorite part, which is plating. I'm using like a mix because the store didn't have arugula at the time. Arugula works really well with this dish. If not, watercress as well works really well. Something crunchy as well as something bitter. That way, because you're eating something really fatty, really meaty, the vegetable will help to like offset that flavor. So just put a bed of lettuce. My mom always told me to eat my vegetables, but like I said, growing up when I had this dish, I only ate the meat, not the vegetables. The piece of resistance. So, shaking beef. And let's just lay it on top. Hopefully nothing falls. This is my take on Baltic Black. Again, it's one of the dishes I grew up with, and it just kind of screams home to me, Like I've said that throughout the video, like how many times now. But yeah, this really does remind me of my childhood. So that's Baltic Black, Vietnamese shaking beef. Thank you for coming along and watching me cook this dish here at the HSRC, the community kitchen here at the Champion New Food Lodge. When you get the chance, make sure to come on by and check out this place. It's really nice. There's like a place to hang out, place to sit and chill, as well as a place to do your laundry for free as well. So if you're an OSU student, go ahead and come by. So yeah, that's the dish. Hope you enjoyed.